Hi Tappers! Today I want to discuss the future. I have a prediction. My prediction is based on a cycle, so while I can't really see into the future, I have a pretty good guess. The COVID-19 pandemic of the last year has been overwhelming. I use the word overwhelming specifically for a reason. In other videos, we have discussed what the outcome of overwhelm is. It puts our brain into the trauma zone, the trauma cycle, and into dissociation. So, if a person is in overwhelm and they aren't aware of how to downregulate the brain, and you replace the word person with the entire world, I predict there's going to be a lot to deal with as we collectively finally take a deep breath and finding the other side through this tunnel. We all have, to some degree, been operating in survival mode, getting through. Even people who have thrived through this ordeal by having profound insights or connections still have to deal with the overwhelm and the weight of the unrest and the not knowing when or how things were going to go. So if we are all to some degree in the space of trauma and not downregulated, how does this show up in society at large? Allow me to calm the alarm bells a bit. Having most of the world walking around in trauma mode actually isn't new. Even before COVID hit, life in general likely had 80% or more of us operating in this headspace already. I mean, think about it. Were you in overwhelm in some aspect in your life before? The difference is the ante has been upped. Stress hormones have been more abundant in your bloodstream, and for a while now. Without downregulation, there is a space of your subby saying they're necessary, and hopefully soon your environment won't provide that anymore. So the outcome is discomfort, and the subby seeking another way to satisfy that itch or the up of the chemicals. Remember the list that I gave you in the dissociation video? This is where more than likely most of that will come into play. Now, I've had the opportunity to live through several very traumatic circumstances in my life, at the end of each, where one would expect to feel elation and relief. There wasn't. I mean, there was some, sure, but the aftermath of dealing with all of the emotions that were put on hold so that I could just survive the experience of going through it right then, well, they got to be dealt with and processed when it was over. So those of us who have this knowledge, these tools, our turnaround time will be less, but we also have the foundation of knowing what is happening and that we'll be okay. Those who do not have this information may feel that they are broken, wrong, or simply just jump into a dissociative coping mechanism of working too much, an addiction, withdrawing into media, or being easily agitated and seemingly always looking for a fight amongst, well, hundreds of other choices. Now, we aren't doomed by any means, but there are steps to hop out of this, and most people don't have that yet. So why am I bringing this up? Because my concern is this. People who have been holding everyone together through the majority of this, the doctors, nurses, first responders, therapists, parents, we're all topped out. We all need reprieve, but the whole world is about to discover they have a year's worth of deep, complicated emotions that they need to process. So what is the answer? How does everyone get what they need? EFT Universe has been working on an app to resolve what we can as fast and as far-reaching as we can. In this app, you will get meditations to guide you to a better place, classes and podcasts to assist you in the knowledge of what is going on in your body and your mind right now, and even a direct link to tap with an actual person 24 hours a day. Be sure you are subscribed to this channel and have the alert bell clicked, because in the very near future, I will be announcing where you can go and download this app, and you won't want to miss that, because all of what Dawson has strived for, cultivated, and created these last 20 plus years will be on this app for you and for your loved ones. And as soon as I have the green light, I will pop on here and do a live video telling you when and where it will be available. I won't make you wait a second longer than you have to. So click on the bell so you don't miss it. And I will see you soon.